Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. It would be quite wrong if I didn't finish the day with a little comment on today's news. These reveals, which were awesome, really good. And I thought I'd film this because for myself, and well, for everybody really, but as far as I was concerned, you know, the modern vintage collection based on the classic Kenner, if you wanted a Stormtrooper card back, you know, this was the closest you'd ever get to a Stormtrooper. And much as I love George Lucas, and I've said this so many times, I just wanted a normal Stormtrooper in this bubble. But they finally announced it. You know, this is one of these days today where you want to say, you know, thank you, Hasbro, because I have been wishing and... Oh, it's amazing, this news today. I've been wishing and dreaming for this for a long time, and it seems crazy. It seems crazy, doesn't it? Because of the fact that, you know, we've had so many Stormtroopers over the years. Let's whip up here. There's three of them up there. The OTC one on the far right, and then these two are the original one. VC41, right, which obviously came out on Return of the Jedi, but also on Empire Strikes Back. Oh, he's right at the bottom. Excuse the mess. Sorry about the mess. Rearranging the room. But still, yeah, so all I ever asked for, going back to nearly 5 years now, was just that. And this, with a Stormtrooper inside, and they're going to do it. And I'm going to mount the camera and I'll show you what they are going to do. Stay tuned as well. I'll talk about the other announcements as well that I've seen today, the reveals. I think what they're going to do is, I mean, I think as far as we were concerned, this was the one that was the better of the two, the sculpt of the VC 140. This one here, everyone had an issue. I didn't really care myself, but this one, people had an issue with it because there was no holster. It's a great figure though. And then this one did come with a figure. This one did come with a holster, but you had to buy a carbonite set for this. And speaking of which, oh my God, just tucked away amongst all the junk in here, I've got this just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I need to sort that out and put it somewhere, but anyway. So that's that. What they're going to do is they're going to either... Yeah, I suppose they're kit bashing between these two. I don't know exactly the full details. So many people know more than I with regards very anal details, like how many spots on the chest and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I love you, George, but you know, we don't want you in this bubble anyway, you know what I mean? Too gimmicky, this card back. But that, oh, look at that. And this one is unpunched as well. This, if you were wondering if you've never seen this before, which I doubt it if you're watching this channel, Vintage Saga Collection, the George Lucas in Stormtrooper disguise figure, which is, you know, it's awesome. It's nice on the wall here. But there you are. So that's the main news I saw today, and that's about it really. I can show you some images of the figure as well, which is just, you know, it looks like the others as far as I'm concerned. What else was revealed? Yeah, they've revealed this Death Star gunner, which I presume, are they doing the same figure again? Bear with me a minute. Let me get this out of here. I'd never got this one loose, this VC141. 147, I beg your pardon. But I think it is the same one. But they're doing it on the Return of the Jedi card, which is great. They're obviously, with these reveals today, going all out for the 96, which is just brilliant. And they've come out of nowhere, man. I love this kind of thing. You know, it was a card in the 96, so obviously they are honouring that and bringing it back, which is good. They're ticking another box. This is what they need to do. Finish the 96, get it done, and then we can move on with these new guys. Stay tuned. I will talk about the new guys with regards to the latest round of the SWTVC fan vote. I've put my votes in, but it looks like people are going to go out again. Dooku's on his way out, god damn it. But anyway, speaking of, let's have a look at this guy again. Speaking of Bespin, and this is where the Stormtrooper is based, they have now announced that it's well overdue. They should have done it in 2020 for the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, but they are going to bring out both the Bespin guards. That's awesome. Also, according to Daniel Chart, the Stormtrooper's not correct. There's problems with that. I really don't know, Daniel. You go way deep into the bowels of design, which is great. He's got a very close eye to detail, that guy, but he said something about something with the armor not being correct. Anyway, I don't care. I'm just jumping for joy that we're getting that card back there. Anyway, that's the deal. I think they are the only reveals. Oh! R2-D2. Yeah. So anyway, the R2-D2 that they are bringing back, and it goes way back on my channel, I did say that they could bring this R2 back. I would have been happy with them repacking that. Not as it is here with the drinks rack, but I just thought that was such a good R2. Save yourself a hassle, bring it out and put it on a New Hope card back, which they did give us. Yeah, bear with me a minute. I love talking about R2-D2 because this sort of like makes me feel very nostalgic. I started my channel based on wanting this card back on R2-D2. As you can see here, they gave you, well, it's all relative really, but it was kind of a relatively new R2-D2 in respect, and it kind of has that Dagobah look to it by the fact he's dirty. He could be Sandy from Tatooine, I suppose, or just maybe a little bit gritty from the Battle of Yavin, maybe. But, you know, the bottom line is they gave us that car back, and I loved when they brought that out. But I would have been happy just to get the car back, just to have given us this R2 again, but they didn't. At least they gave it slightly differently. I don't know if it's an all new sculpt or what, or recycled parts, but yeah, it certainly does look at shape of it's different. But still, what they are bringing back is this actual one, the VC 25, is it? Oh yeah, I got it right, man. So that's interesting, but apparently they're bringing it out on a Return of the Empire Strikes Back card back, which got me thinking, well, like, immediately I thought, well, I knew it would be that one. But, you know, which is a great card back. However, I always had an issue with this specific one, which is from the VOTC Vintage Original Trilogy collection, because for whatever reason Hasbro gave you an alternative of it, putting it on the Return of the Jedi badge. What inspired them to do that? It's such a crazy choice. You'd think that they would give you the original film before they gave you an alternative. I mean, this is a tribute to a card that did exist at the time of the Return of the Jedi, and they just rehashed the images that were from the previous movie, but with the latest movie badge on it, in this case Return of the Jedi. But it never made any logical sense. But if they were to give us this image on an Empire Strikes Back card back, that would be epic. If they brought this out again on a Return of the Jedi card back, I would be very upset. That wouldn't make any sense at all. I always wanted them to bring out the TIE Fighter on, there are several TIE Fighters here, including a vintage 80s one right there. It's a 65 back, but the fact that they never gave us that on an Empire card back is also quite sad, really, because it is an image from the Empire Strikes Back. But still, apparently this R2 coming out, which is going to be this figure, is coming out on a Return of the on an Empire Strikes Back card. So either it's going to be this again, or are they going to give you a brand new card back for Dagobah or something to go with the Yoda? I just don't know. Do you know what? Actually, they might do that, mightn't they? Just thinking about it, because they do have that image that they used in the Black Series. It's a nice image of Yoda. It's a nice image of R2. That, but it doesn't really link to the original trilogy in the fact that it was not on the original Kenner images list, I don't think. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. But anyway, speaking of Yoda, he's up there. There he is. That's a kind of a... That is all really the news, other than the results of this this SWTVC thing. A few heavy wipeouts in there. I voted for Revan again. Revan seems to be okay. Dooku isn't. Dooku is suffering, man, which is really sad, because I mean, yeah, I've got plenty of Dookus. A lot of you do as well, but I don't know, man. I just didn't think he should be going out. What kind of message are we sending? He's done well. He's come a long way, but there's obviously I'm a bit torn on it, really. I want these people voting to be voting for the original trilogy characters, like we've lost Luke Skywalker, Tatooine, which was devastating. However, the other positive thing I can take from it is the fact that whoever is voting feels like they're of the new generation, should we say, because this is all new property, isn't it? All these new aspects of the saga, video games and blah blah, the latest films. But that's good, because if you're younger than I and you're getting into TVC and embracing 3 3/4 inch, I really mustn't grumble, which is great, isn't it? But at the same time, I wish people were voting for the original trilogy characters, especially the emergency cases, like Luke Skywalker. Where is he now? I mean, look at this figure here. Oh, that really needs to be updated. That's the last time we had a farm boy Luke on a modern card, and this goes back to 2004 now. What? You're having a laugh? You're having a laugh? Yeah, that figure needs doing, and they would make an awesome Luke Skywalker. if they did it right. But anyway, there you go. I think I've actually mentioned everything else. Cal Kestis. I was voting for Cal Kestis because I can really imagine a figure that kicks absolute ass. Unfortunately, I don't have my Starkiller to hand, but Starkiller came out on an expanded universe card back, and it's a great figure. And I've got this vision of Cal Kestis being better than Kane and Jarrus. I just don't want like Kane and Jarrus. I don't want Rebels through. Basically, yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? But I moderately enjoyed Rebels, but it wasn't as good as Clone Wars. But these other darker edged characters, like grittier, I like that computer game. I've seen the cutscenes of it now. It's awesome. I think he should go through. But everyone's voting for Kanan. So anyway, I have no power over that. Only it's too late for me to even try and get people to vote for it now. It's too late because he's losing heavily, but still. In fact, no, he's actually 50-50, is it? Oh, it's just a bit over 50%. Whatever. I am bambling on now, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought it was right to do a quick video to tip my hats to Hasbro for these excellent releases today. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Tim from Bosk's Bounty, who his tweet confirmed what I was hoping, which was that the Stormtrooper that they announced, because I'd only seen the images of the figure, I was like, what card back is it going to be? And he put on his tweet, he said it was going to be the definitive New Hope. So I thought, yes, which means you're going to get that classic card back, man. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.